Alrighty. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Fate Grand Order. Last time we started Merry Christmas in the Underworld. Fought Avenger, the OG Avenger, Angramanyu, and he also claimed to be Santa, but I think he was like, "Nah, I'm fucking with you" at the end before he disappeared, I think. And ERESHKIGAL doesn't remember us, which, I mean, okay. Knew going in because of the ending of Babylonia, but, But we're trying to knock some sense. I mean, of course, we know we're gonna knock sense into her because Solomon, she remembered. Yeah, it's a whole weird, yeah. Hey V6, hey Gogeta, hey Meridak. But yeah, now we're on to the 4th gate. I think we did 3 gates last time, right? So on to the 4th. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's bring Morgan. Just bring the OP unit. I think Altera's already. I'll leave her in because she doesn't need that much to get to Bond 6. Weirdly enough. That's actually kind of crazy. Altera needs like 100, maybe a little over 100,000 to get to Bond 6, but Say takes like 260,000, if not more. Damn. Oh, what's Sig at? So okay, he's pretty getting close. Yeah, we'll just leave this team as is. It's fine. This team should do us well. Merry Crimbish in the Underworld. Dog-eared subscription list. I doubt dog-eared is a hint at who we'll be fighting. I assume that's just actually just talking about a subscription list. Hi. It's time for Gil. And Santa's get to get to know Uruk. What? King of Uruk, can you tell me more about ERESHKIGAL? I know that she's the goddess of the Underworld, but I don't know anything else about her. I did hear something about how she was assigned to the Underworld from the time she was born, which is why she wields immense power there. But exactly what sort of authority does she possess? An excellent question, Santa. ERESHKIGAL is the twin sister of Ishtar, the greediest goddess of all time. And just like her sister, ERESHKIGAL possessed the capacity that let her attain all manner of authority. But unlike her sister, ERESHKIGAL never allowed herself to indulge in her own personal desires. She was diligent, industrious, genuinely considerate, and responsible to a fault. She was cold and proud, yet for some reason, she thought poorly of herself. Is that even possible? To be proud and think poorly of yourself at the same time? Yeah. Of course it is. She puts on a proud, blustering front, never showing any sign of weakness, as befits her role of ruler of the Underworld. But she is constantly berating herself internally. She is a classic example of the sort who works hard to overcome her lack of faith in her own abilities. Ishtar may be a cross between a horde of locusts, a sandstorm, and a toddler's tantrum. Poor Ishtar. ERESHKIGAL, though, somehow possesses the diligence of a honeybee, the temperament of a storm cloud, and the innocence of a child, all at the same time. Not one other Sumerian god has an ounce of self-control. ERESHKIGAL, though, she was serious to a fault. Her innate earnestness made her well-suited to rule the Underworld. Well, at times she did acquire authority beyond her own, but only from the other gods' foolishness. Which brings me to one of these other gods. Nurgle, a god of the Underworld.
I've heard that name before. I believe he's ERESHKIGAL's husband, according to Sumerian myth. But I can't imagine that the ERESHKIGAL I know ever attracting a lover. Was theirs a false marriage?
Haha, you little scoundrel. Your perceptions can be downright cruel. Do not give them further voice. Nurgle is now known for ruling the Underworld at ERESHKIGAL's side. However, his original domain was actually the sun.
Oh.
In the world of Sumer, the sun was viewed as a blessing, but it was also treated as something dangerous that claimed the lives of many people.
Yeah.
Reenactment, okay. Fwahaha! I am the great Nurgle, embodiment of the sun! My divine power is the greatest and most terrifying authority. ERESHKIGAL is nothing compared to me. It is not the Underworld that claims the most human lives, but the fever my sun creates. My light shines brightest in all the heavens. The Underworld is no more than a coffin filled with writhing grubs. It should be closed down immediately, and a thrilling sunny land built in its place. These defamatory statements of his stemmed in part from his desire to take revenge on Ishtar, who ruled the heavens as she saw fit. Most likely he was attempting to lay claim to the heavens for himself by disgracing Ishtar's sister. Naturally, the humans turned a deaf ear to his wild boasts, but so too did the gods, for Nurgle was indeed formidable. As for ERESHKIGAL, well, everyone expected her to cry herself to sleep, but she surprised them all. Much to everyone's surprise, ERESHKIGAL confronted Nurgle by way of a letter sent from the Underworld.
I will grant it on a surface world. No blessing is greater than the light of the sun. But that light cannot reach my underworld, and here even the gods may meet their doom. Should you ever set foot in my realm, I will see you suffer at the hands of the powers you so scorned. Or put differently, I hope you die a million painful deaths, you big jerk.
Damn. This letter unnerved him. Deep down, the ERESHKIGAL he had dismissed as shy and timid was actually as fiery and capable as Ishtar.
Did that lead to war between the two gods? What did Nurgle end up doing?
Naturally, he made his move while he was still alive. Imagine how difficult things would have been for him had he keeled over from exhaustion or something. Yeah, wouldn't know anything about that, huh? He dared not contemplate what terrible vengeance ERESHKIGAL would visit upon him the moment he fell into the Underworld, or her domain. And so Nurgle borrowed 14 diseases from Ea and set off to the Underworld. He decided he would conquer the Underworld before death could claim him. But the moment he entered, he had lost. In his final moments, he was no larger than a locust.
I see.
So he was an idiot? And now, be generous. It might be fair to say the Underworld's rules were difficult to crack. Curses! To have my strength run out with the throne before me. Everything has slipped through my fingers. I deeply regret my choices, the words and actions that brought me to this moment. I apologize for my many insults. The Underworld is far more formidable than I thought. One of Nurgle's best qualities was the fact that he was able to swallow his pride and admit his failings.
Alright, I'll let bygones be bygones, and forget your slander of the Underworld. I'd gain nothing from killing you, and the humans on the surface would be lost without the sun. But, if you truly regret your actions, then I demand you prove it by leaving behind half of your power.
Damn.
Now I see.
So she stripped Nurgle of his power to ensure he could never cause trouble again. Correct. In exchange for sparing his life, ERESHKIGAL commanded two things of Nurgle. First, that he leave half his power with the Underworld. Second, that he spend half of every year there in repentance. Nurgle agreed, albeit reluctantly. Okay, I see. So she was trying to get a son so she could make, grow crops. Okay. Because, yeah, I remember last time when we saw her, yeah, okay. Her flashback, okay. Cool. Man, she really is, she's really too diligent for her own good. She's really just trying to make the Underworld a nice place for the souls of the dead.
With Nurgle's authority, I might be able to create a sun here in the Underworld. That way I'll be able to warm up my souls, even just a little.
Very well. From now on, I shall spend half the year in the Underworld, and I shall further give you half of my authority as you demand. However, that half will be the plagues, diseases, and calamities I borrowed from Ea.
What? No fair. You tricked me.
I wanted central heating, and you stuck me with a bunch of disasters. Yeah. Thus did ERESHKIGAL gain control of Nurgle's authority. Unfortunately, it dealt with illness and disease. Unable to use the sun authority she desired, her dark nature grew darker still. And that is the story of Nurgle and ERESHKIGAL. Did you learn something useful from it, foreigner? Good. For my next story, I shall regale you with the greedy goddess and her poor husband, the god of shepherds. Until I have time for that, enjoy your descent into the Underworld. And remember to guard the mongrel well. Yeah, please make sure we don't die.
The end. I hope you enjoyed Santa's first illustrated story. It was alright.
So there are other Underworld gods, huh? So is Nurgle trying to gain full control? Like, is that who... Actually, did they name who it was last time that she was transferring her power to? I don't remember. I don't think so.
So it would seem. That said, these other gods' main focus isn't on the Underworld. ERESHKIGAL is probably the only one who takes
ruling it seriously. And she really gives it her all, so what you're saying is if anyone else took over, it would be a disaster. Yeah.
I admire that sort of civilization. I think she and I could be good friends.
Maybe.
That sounded like swordplay coming from the surface.
It looks like someone is fighting, Master.
But I don't sense any divinity. And I doubt ERESHKIGAL is fighting one of her own gatekeepers. I don't sense much bloodlust.
It's probably a brawl. With swords.
Nah. This won't do at all.
Quarreling at Christmas is bad civilization. As Santa, it's my job to mediate this. I don't think you have to. Oh, hey, Ushiwaka!
It's cold. Absurdly cold. It was cold even...
Nah. Please have patience, Lord Yoshitsune. I understand your desire to exercise to keep warm here. And I fail to see why that requires slashing at me like I am among the ships at Danuura.
Do not worry about it. This is just my way of expressing myself. And if this weren't all bad enough...
I have not even had my sweet bean paste down in this accursed underworld.
Damn that ERESHKIGAL.
How dare she order me to level these mountains without preparing a meal? Shaking my head. Even though I am doing this to atone for my misdeeds, I cannot endure ceaseless toil. If she wants to cultivate this land, she must do something about the soil. It lacks proper nutrients, just like me. Yeah. I mean, not much you can do about that, though. I mean, she tried already. Tried really hard to get what she needed to really make this land fertile, but no one else would play ball. Sadly. Haha. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see you still have plenty of imagination, Lord Yoshitsune. You lacking nutrition? Have you finally realized that no matter how much you grow, you'll never fill out quite like Lord Raiko? Very well. I've decided this place will be your grave. I may not be able to till the field, but I can still make a burial mound for your head. Yeah, Benkei, you went where you shouldn't have. I apologize for my rudeness, Lord Yoshitsune, but if I may, that would only prolong your sentence even more. Yeah, wouldn't do. Hey, that's Ushiwa Kamaru and Benkei. How you doing, fellas?
You know these people, Ritsuka?
You can say that.
A young raccoonish swordswoman attacking a giant man with beautiful swordplay.
And horrific insults. And a giant who's only defending himself. Yet there is something strangely beautiful in his swordplay as well.
I recognize that. It's a samurai dance. Still, well, I could watch it all day. I'm afraid we don't have much time. May we greet the master?
Let's make it quick. Surely we won't be assaulted. Alright, here goes. Adjust mustache.
Stop that, you overgrown children. I am Santa Claus, and I say no more fighting.
Oh damn, they're not even gonna respond, they're just gonna attack us immediately. Like, who the fuck? Get him! Well. We did kind of interrupt at a, emotional time, I guess. If you could call... Yeah, I guess, yeah, emotional time. Let's start off with a little something, you know. Show 'em what's good. Noish. Damn. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. 2 was overkill. I hate, well, you know, I guess snowmen gotta melt sometime. The immovable Benkei and demon. Oh wait, why is she in her corrupted form? Well, I mean, I have something for this, so I mean, you know. Just wipe them off the face of the planet right quick. That that was maybe a bit too much. Maybe bringing Morgan was a bad idea. I think she's a little maybe just a little bit overpowered for this. Teeny tiny bit.
Now I see. So you're wearing that bizarre costume
Because you're Santa Claus. Yeah. Yeah. To think you're bringing a present to that cold, obstinate, stingy, isolated ERESHKIGAL. Damn.
It is no easy feat to traverse this frigid wasteland. Yet you do it to bring cheer to others. Impressive. Although, I'm a little disappointed you didn't come here out of concern for me. Shh. Well, no matter. It's not as though I would do anything differently anyway. I would much rather celebrate Christmas with close female friends than this dim-witted stick in the mud. Weren't you all gray and stuff like a minute ago? Don't worry about it. Your eyes are playing tricks on you. Right. You totally didn't use your corrupted abilities to spawn a second you either. Sure. Yeah, okay. On my honor as a Minamoto, I have never succumbed to the lure of evil. Ah, it seems Lord Ushiwakamaru still has spite to spare. Please forgive her mischievous indulgences, Lady Ritsuka. And I must say though, after hearing your whole story, if you don't mind my asking, which Christmas will you be celebrating where you're from? Which year? December 2019. What of it? I see. Now I understand. It's no wonder we had our differences. What do you mean by that, Benkei? Whisper it into my ear, so that we're on the same page. Well, right now time in the Underworld is... I don't know the details, but I believe... ERESHKIGAL couldn't be erased until after the Battle of Uruk. So please keep this to yourself, Lord Yoshitsune. It would only complicate matters if this got out. Very well. I must say though, you're too clever for your own good. Once a sage, always a sage, Don't be silly. I am but a Musashiba with great strength. I have long since left behind the path of the sage. Well, no matter. Normally we'd have a great deal of catching up to do, but I can see you have more pressing matters to attend to. As such, we ought to conclude our business here quickly. Go ahead, Lady Ritsuka. Surely you know what comes next. One cannot have Christmas without it. Bring on the alcohol. The kind that's just to my liking. The kind that turns tears into laughter. Of course, young swordswoman. Oh, your outfit looks so warm. Are we looking at the same outfit? Are we looking at the... Okay, sure. Let's see. Here you go. I think you'll be very happy with this bromide. You look awesome here, Ushiwakamaru. Yeah. Maybe by comparison, I guess Ushiwaka does have arm coverings. Which is a step up, I guess. And okay, maybe it's slightly warmer, maybe. I'm sorry, but that's well. I'm kind of sick of seeing that sort of thing by now. Really? I already have more pictures of me, Ushiwakamaru, in action than I know what to do with. What a waste that would be. If you don't need it, I would be happy to accept it myself. Just look at this composition. The detail on the armor. The fiery courage in your gaze. There may be many pictures, scrolls of Ushiwakamaru, but I've never before seen one that so thoroughly erases all the ways you are disappointing. Benkei, are you trying to get attacked again? What a miracle to encounter art of this quality in the Underworld. I shall cherish it forever. Thank you. Thank you, Lord Santa Claus. Ho ho ho. Yes, I'm Santa. Now I'm getting the hang of this. If bromides of your partner make you that happy, what about this one?
Oh, what a handsome depiction, and so modern. This masterpiece reminds me of the great Hokusai himself.
No thanks.
I couldn't even use that for an oilcloth. What do you want? I mean, she said alcohol.
If those are the sort of gifts you have to offer, Lord Santa Claus, might I make a request? In private.
What, you want one of, Ritsuka? What are you after? I see, I did want one of those for myself, but I can let you have this one.
Now then, there's a bunch of different kinds. Which one would you like? The one with Lady Mash, of course.
This is one of my fondest memories. Indeed, it's wasted on a fool like myself. Oh. We're probably all like, who the, like, it, like, well, Yeah, no, I guess at this point in the story, they're familiar with parallel Chaldeas, right? So I guess maybe they wouldn't be confused over who the guy is. I guess. Because they've probably, in some event, they've probably, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe they've interacted.
Hey, look, the gate opened. So it did. I suppose this means that something has been saved.
We have nothing further to discuss. The Underworld is in turmoil, and time is of the essence.
Oh, the statement already happened?
Yeah, I was just thinking though, because in All the Statesmen, you deal with a chibi female Ritsuka. Was there an event where there was crossover where the male and female ones met, or no? I'm pretty sure in All the Statesmen, it was a chibi. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm just, thinking, and yeah, never mind. Yeah.
Do not worry about us. Knowing that you're here to save Christmas is the best news we can get. All Statesmen's.
Yeah. Exactly why I'm wondering, like, has there ever been anything where, like, the male and female met? I don't know. No, never mind.
Because if not, it would still be like, would they put 2 and 2 together that the guy, or vice versa if you're playing the guy, who the girl is, like, would they figure that out? Like, do they have a frame of reference for who, yeah. See you off with a clear conscience.
Merely passing the remarks of a Nurikabe. Pay them no heed. I pray that fate brings you and a different me together again one day.
Oh, yeah, it has.
See, that's a interesting line, actually. Because in Babylonia, I'm pretty sure there was a whole sequence where it's like, have you met a version of us before? And we basically like confirm it, and then she's like, well, I'm not her. Like, I'm my own Ushiwaka Maru. So interesting that she would. Okay. Wait, Ritsuka. It's too dangerous to go alone. Take this.
There they go. I must say, I can't help but worry. Once Lady Ritsuka fixes things and restores the Underworld to its proper stability, everything should return to normal.
Okay.
I cannot speak for Lady Ritsuka, but I doubt it will remember this. Yeah, sadly. Lord Yoshitsune, why are you smiling like that?
Oh, I was just thinking how nice their smiles are in this picture. I'm told they went on to enjoy a wonderful New Year's afterwards. In which case, what happens to us is of little consequence. Musashibo, if you truly claim to be my attendant, I would have you stay here with me until I finish atoning for my crimes.
Of course I will. I will gladly serve as your bulwark until the day you meet your end.
Oh. Man.
I'm getting nostalgic for Babylonia now. Like I'm in the midst of watching the anime version of Babylonia. So I know I shouldn't feel nostalgic, but I kind of do. I don't know why.
Yeah, 奇遇だなマスター。ところで、これを受け取ってほしい。
Oh?
余り物だが、とっておきの余り物で。
Right, leftover. Mm-hmm.
なぜプレゼントだと？それは。
Go on.
私に着替えがないと気づきながら。ここまで育ててくれたことが嬉しくて。ダメだ。熱が上がってきた。
I don't think that's a fever.
この雪で少しは頭も冷えるだろうか。
I love that. Maltera is so goddamn cute. Enough servants gave Valentine's gifts that acknowledge both versions, so Ritsuka probably is at least guessing. Maybe. Mayhaps. Yes!
ありがとう。
Yeah. Leveling up is a good civilization. No. Since pull it back by a few. Actually, I'll pull it back a bit more. Come on, another super success! Damn.
ありがとう。
I knew that wasn't gonna work. But, you gotta try. Alright. Come on. Yes!
ありがとう。
Perfect.
仕上がりはどう？
Alright. Let us continue. I just had to see my girl get max ascension right quick. And I can also redeem these. Another crystallized lore. Donkey. Alright. Dreaming of the nomadic life. Oh, unknown servant, Let's swap her out. Give me Archer, 4-star. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Let's have the Alteras, the double Alteras in front. Give her some spotlight. Ooh. Dreaming of the nomadic life. So Altera flashback, I guess, probably? 'Twould make sense. Oh. What? Wait, we're skipping? Oh. Really? We're skipping. Damn it. Jaguar, no!
Jaguar warrior.
Truly a fearsome opponent. And a sad one?
True.
I barely understood half of what she was saying, even without the feverish ramblings.
Alright then.
I think now is a good time for that second Santa illustrated story I promised.
And since we're flying to our destination,
I believe I'll play a flight attendant this time. Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Flight Xmas 1, bound for the 6th gate, should be touching down in approximately 1 hour. Please ensure that your seatbelt's fastened and that your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright and locked positions. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy our in-flight movie. Okay.
nowadays one can travel great distances while comfortably seated, and even be treated to a film.
It is so very much better than walking. I wonder if airplanes are good civilization or not. Air pollution. It's time for Gil.
And Santa's.
Get to know Uruk.
I'm King of Uruk. I've brushed up on the Underworld a bit, and there's something I'd like to ask you. One thing I learned is that the Underworld is home to a god of life.
What's that about? Life doesn't seem to be a big part of the Underworld. Does this god help to grow plants? Oh, a most excellent question, Santa. You are correct. There was one rather peculiar god to be found in the Underworld. His name is Dumuzid. He is the god of livestock, rich in wisdom but bereft of courage. Doomzid, huh? I've never heard that name before. I mean, I guess you know him as Doomsy, right? So, but he did initially introduce himself as... Okay. Later known as Tammuz, became the god of death and resurrection. But before I can tell you his story, I must tell you the tale of the greedy goddess. For this man has the great misfortune of being Ishtar's husband. Okay. I'm just processing that. Okay, yeah, no, Ishtar has... I'm going to assume it was a forced marriage. Probably.
I know you need the god of shepherds, but are you sure I'm the best choice to play him?
Did you make sure to clear my portrait rights?
Still I don't mind doing it, since you're paying me extra and all. So who am I wooing this time? I'd be fine with a rich heiress
Just coming of age. I mean, kind of. The hotter she is, the better. And then again, I guess money is more important right now, since running a proper farm is very expensive. I want to raise sheep, grow wheat, brew beer, go on tours, and hold tours. I also have 10 wives, so I need a huge house with a separate bedroom for each wife. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm powerless to resist the allure of wealth and fame.
That's great to hear, yes.
I've got wealth and gold to spare, oh yes.
Now then, are you the fool who married me?
I guess you haven't learned the difference between bravery and recklessness yet, have you?
Feeling weak, strength fading. Can I go home now?
She's nothing like the goddess I expected. Not to say that she isn't beautiful. But yeah, when she doesn't have that face on, yeah, she's, yeah. I see, so Dumuzid's an idiot. Yeah,
Indeed, I hate to say it, but Dumuzid only became the god after acquiring authority. Before that, he was king of Uruk. His reign came between King Lugalbanda's and mine. At any rate, King Dumuzid's greatest weakness was a lust for glory. He foolishly believed that marrying Ishtar would lead to him being worshipped by more people even than her. So he didn't love her? How cruel of him. That's something only he knows for sure. But marry they did, at least on paper. As Ishtar's husband, Dumuzid gained a position amongst the gods, and began whiling away his days in Uruk. Little did he know that Ishtar would shortly cause an incident that would drive everyone mad. Yeah, I remember. I was actually thinking in my head, like, he came between you two, but you're, yeah, that was, yeah. Yeah, I remember. I actually didn't say anything. Cause an incident that would drive everyone mad. Ishtar's descent to the Underworld. The story of Ishtar's defeat at ERESHKIGAL's hands. After she lost her life in the Underworld, the surface fell into a panic. I guess it was like in between time, like when Gil was like a toddler still, and Lugalbanda died, I assume. So Dumuzid was just the interim. You see, Ishtar was the goddess of fertility, as she inherited her father's authority over the harvest. So with her suddenly gone, crops were bound to fail. What a pain she is. She causes chaos when she's alive, and even dead she makes no end of trouble. She is, as they say in the human world, the sort we cannot live with nor without. She's basically a fortune stone too powerful for humans to use. At any rate, the wise god Enki resurrected her body using the grass and water of life. However, she threw a far... ERESHKIGAL didn't like that. Don't mock me. The laws of the Underworld are absolute, and any who break them must be punished. Enki is no exception. As the ruler of the Underworld, I cannot simply let anyone go between here and the surface as they please. Her body may be restored, but her soul remains under my domain. That's not changing, no matter what sort of gifts you try to ply me with. The only thing I'll accept is another soul in Ishtar's place. Otherwise, the whole balance of the world will be thrown into chaos. And so they were thrown Dumuzid? ERESHKIGAL is certainly responsible, isn't she? Why can't Ishtar be more responsible with her own life? You know, that's a good question, actually. You know, she's, a bit touched in the head, maybe. Bit cuckoo. Believe it or not, the greedy goddess is responsible. At least in her own way. Part of her acutely feels the weight of the responsibility her divinity confers, while another part enjoys it, and yet another respects it.
All that aside, ERESHKIGAL really had no desire to destroy the surface world. If anything, having Ishtar running around the Underworld was nothing but a nuisance. Yeah. So the Queen of Ker set the Queen of Heaven free, though only temporarily. Ishtar wasted no time making her way to the surface, where she ran hither and thither to find a soul to take her place. But there was no god that would possibly consent to being a prisoner of the Underworld. Not even for her. Don't tell me she forced a human to take her place. No, she didn't. She may be rash and impetuous, but she is still fundamentally good. More importantly, her pride would not permit another to save her life. So until and unless someone gladly volunteered to give her their soul of their own volition, she would never let someone else take her place. Furthermore, her sacred prostitutes were the only ones who were truly willing to trade their lives for hers. And not even Ishtar would willingly sacrifice one of her own servants. Thus, Ishtar resigned herself to her fate and headed back to the Underworld, but not before making one final stop at her city, Uruk. There she saw her husband, mourning the loss of his wife. So he did care? Or not? Never mind. Yahoo! Springtime is here again. Oh, I'm so sad about Ishtar going to the Underworld. Go on, everyone. Eat, drink, and be merry. There's never been a better time to celebrate. You're looking at the new patron deity of Uruk. Now I'm the one in charge of all its wealth and riches. Tap tap. It's so sad that she's gone. The only time I've felt sadder is when I hit it big in the stock market. What? That's awful. Indeed. Dumuzid was holding triumphal processions every day of the week to celebrate Ishtar's death. Of course, Ishtar wasn't happy about it, but even the other gods found themselves a bit disgusted. Much as they understood how he felt, they couldn't help but deplore his foolishness and poor taste. Actual footage! You've got some nerve, you dimwit! I didn't think you'd be all broken up about my death, but I sure as hell didn't expect you to make it into a national holiday. If that's how you want to play this, then no more Miss Nice Goddess. Galu spirits, here's my substitute, right here. Take him. Ah, crap, it's the Piper. I mean, Ishtar. Wait, no. I did nothing wrong. All I did was take your bank accounts, your pin, and all your worldly possessions for myself. Not making a very good case for yourself there, buddy. I promise you, I didn't do anything illegal. You must understand. This was all very above board. Was it, though? ERESHKIGAL, please, listen to me. I believe I have a right to contest this nomination. But ERESHKIGAL refused to listen to Dumuzid's pleas and accepted him as Ishtar's substitute. And Dumuzid did everything he could to fight this. His many desperate attempts included begging Utu to turn him into a serpent, and asking his older sister, Geshtinana, to hide him. But in the end, he was caught and taken to the Underworld. I demand a fair trial. What did I do that's so wrong? Nothing, and that's the problem. Had you just mourned for Ishtar, things may be different, but... Why would I waste my time on that? If one patron god dies, another has to take their place as soon as possible, or the economy goes kaput. This isn't over, you know. I'll be back for an appeal. Yeah, but you could have been nicer about it.
Even if he did bring this on himself.
I can't bear to see my little brother like this. ERESHKIGAL,
Would you please reconsider? Ishtar may have refused to accept me as her replacement,
but I can still take my brother's place. If the cosmic scales require a soul for a soul, can't you let me stay in the underworld instead?
Geshtanana. I can't believe you go that far just to help
That worthless good-for-nothing.
Very well. Out of respect for your devotion, I will give Dumazid the same sentence I did Nurgle. If he is willing to leave half of his authority here, I will permit you to take your younger brother's place, for half of every year.
Huh.
If ERESHKIGAL relaxes the Underworld's laws that were set in place by the old Anunnaki deities, she'll be the one punished for it. She knows that, yet she's still willing to show mercy. Never mind how hard it must be for her, being saddled with the Underworld all by herself. You have my deepest thanks, ERESHKIGAL. I hereby swear that I shall attend to your every need during my time in the Underworld. I know that grapevines don't grow here, but I'm sure I can at least bring you their scent. Geshtanana.
Hey there, sorry to interrupt you a moment, but I think I'm gonna bounce. I got stuff to do on the surface, sis. What a dick! Oh, and I'm gonna take the water of life with me. So in exchange, I'll leave this authority behind. It's the unbeatable power I acquired during this whole kerfuffle. The authority over serpents and gazelles I used to transform and make my escape. How cool is that? What? Hey! What am I supposed to do with the authority of a womanizing jerk who only knows how to run away by turning into serpents and gazelles? No.
Why couldn't he have at least left behind his authority over sheep?
No. Thus, Dumuzid returned to the surface as the god of resurrection, and was thereafter worshipped as the ruler of death and rebirth. That's why Eresh is a gazelle nibbling at her clothes during. Oh, yeah, makes sense. No doubt it was a most humiliating and disastrous experience for him. Disastrous.
King of Uruk, there's one thing I still don't understand. Both Nurgle and Dumuzid returned to the surface, which means there must be a way to get back. So why did ERESHKIGAL stay in the Underworld? In Sumerian myth, did she truly stay in the Underworld all her life, without ever once going to the surface? That would basically make her a prisoner. It would be like spending eternity inside a stone chamber.
That was her role, and the sort of person she was. Someone had to serve as the pillar of the Underworld. If she were ever to venture to the surface, the Underworld as we know it would be destroyed. For better or worse, she cared for the Underworld far more than necessary. She trusted her love more than her desires. Thanks to her devotion, Uruk's Underworld remained peaceful and orderly. She would never abandon her duty merely because it was hard. That was the greatest authority she possessed. Do you understand, Santa? She was the only one who could manage the great feat of ruling the Underworld in all its frigidity. The only good god.
And that concludes our in-flight movie, and Santa's second illustrated story. I hope you enjoyed it.
This makes even less sense.
I see. I'm sorry my story wasn't clearer. I was afraid this might happen. I must have inadvertently polished it too much and taken it to the realm of high literature. No. No. Yeah, I don't get why she's attacking us. Good question. Even in Sumerian myth, ERESHKIGAL doesn't seem like a bad god at all. And there's no reason why she would do this. You know, that's a good point. ERESHKIGAL doesn't have a reason to do this. So if not her, then who is attacking Chaldea? Do you have any idea, Ritsuka? Well, we know it's not Dumazed, because, I mean, she didn't put two and two together, but he's the one who gave her the Santa power. Actually, was he? You know, Nurgle. Well done. That is a logical conclusion to this story. After all, since it concerns who gets to rule the Underworld. Ah, Master down there. There's another servant of the same type as me in front of the 6th gate. I assume. Merlin? Evening, fellow Underworld travelers. I've been touring this place myself and just happened to get here first. You can call me Mr. Sheep. Merlin, we know it's you. What? Oh great, this isn't shady at all. You really are the same type as me. But why are you wandering here alone? Who are you? Didn't I tell you? Touring this place. I'm not at all associated with the Underworld, and I'm not your enemy. Okay, so you're the mystery guest servant. Sometimes I like to toss out the odd spoiler too. After all, I'm not on Nurgle's side either. Nurgle is the one attacking your base and holding ERESHKIGAL prisoner. Her own husband? Even though it was forced, or... Probably. Well, more accurately, it's less him and more the malice he left behind in the Underworld. Okay. Now that the gods have left Mesopotamia, they can't materialize unless humans explicitly summon them. I swear I can't tell if he's just that resilient, or that hellbent. No pun intended on holding a grudge. Usually he wouldn't amount to more than a pile of residual thoughts wandering around the Underworld. But with ERESHKIGAL weakened, I suppose he decided to bet it all on one last move. He's trying to steal ERESHKIGAL's rulership of the Underworld, and reign as a supreme god once again. The age of Nurgle, god of the sun, is long over, but Nurgle, god of the Underworld, maybe not. Unlike Mesopotamia, the Underworld is still alive, and kicking, so to speak, so if he can become its god, he can take the place over. I knew it. It is you, isn't it, Mert? No, totally not Merlin. It's Mr. Sheep. This rumbling is coming from nearby. You're not the only one here, Brother Sheep. I'm sure not. Nurgle's been hiding out here, waiting to ambush you. Oh, you could have told us that before! He thought he could keep would-be intruders out by closing the Underworld's gates, but you two still made it this far. And that pissed Nurgle off, so then he figured he'd take you out with a trap. Too bad for him, I wasn't gonna let him end this story on such a grimdark note. Who wants to see a Christmas story where Santa Claus never shows up? I certainly don't. Me neither, I guess. Cursed incubus, how dare you interfere? As if Santa Claus wasn't bad enough, how did you learn of my plan? It should be impossible for anyone outside the abyss to know what transpires there. Oh, that? A trade secret. Let's just say I know more than little... I know more little birdies than you might think. You really let your greed get the better of you this time, Nurgle. Even if you do become king of the Underworld now, what do you think is going to happen? Are you really that ticked off about losing to a girl? If you'd only bided your time and waited for ERESHKIGAL to fade away, there would have been no one leaking your secret plans.
What do you know, you uncouth peeping nightmare? Let us see how much you can shatter on, after I have killed you and your little friends.
Whoops. It seems I've gone and poked the bear. Looks like we're just going to have to fight. Very well, Santa. You too, Master of Chaldea, my old friend. If we want to celebrate Christmas, we'll have to beat this evil ghost of not Christmas past first.
Got it. Just keep those heels coming, my boy.
I've been sipping on this cashew milk drink, and it tasted kind of funny. Because I've had cashew milk before and I liked it. Apparently the store was selling these expired by 2 months. That's why it's... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop sipping on that. Luckily that was only like my 5th sip, but... Wow, this is quite the lineup.
Ugh. Wash it down with Monster. Yeah. Yeah.
Cashew. CASHEW. The nut. I usually like I like cashews. I like cashew milk, but I was like, damn, this is gross. Like, what is wrong with this? Like, look at the bottom. Oh yeah, it spoiled in, or not, maybe not, didn't spoil in September maybe, but the best by date's September. Yeah, that's yeah. I'm going to assume that aside from tasting bad, it's probably not gonna hurt me. I hope. I'll probably be fine. That's probably okay.
頭がぼーっとする。キャンディーケイン。贈り物は眠ってからだ。
Now these Galu spirits.
痛いぞ。
Merlin should kill this one by himself. Probably. That's buff attack first. That's for herself. Yeah, we'll just. Actually, that wouldn't hurt. Come on, Merlin. He's not gonna. Okay, good crit. I was scared. They even made his name Mr. Sheep. Like, we know it's you, Merlin. You ain't fooling nobody. Well. Oh, it's a big boy.
Alright, that's, sure. Oh, he has his... will this get a fully... I can do this, actually. Oh, it didn't fully charge it. Well, we have Merlin's invincibility on. We can survive a turn. Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm gonna wait till I can do all of them at once. Actually, wait, should I? How long does the Buster increase last? 3 turns? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do all arts so I can get her charged up. No. Okay, whatever. We still get charged from this though, so that's good. All right. You don't use it on yourself. No. For all allies. And sure. That was kind of a waste, but I don't care. All right, let's do boom, boom, boom. Alright, get Merlin's buffs. Wait, does he? No, he has healing buff. Does he have attack buffs on his Noble Phantasm? No. It's all recovery. And Sea Star gain and whatnot. That's fine. We have overcharge, so. Plus we use the buffs. There they come, the sheepies! Get sheeped. Alright. Now. I wish Saber Altera would get... It'll probably never happen, but it'd be nice if she got a Noble Phantasm animation update. Because hers is a bit disappointing, to be honest. Like, base Saber Altera, that was a little... I've seen it before, but just seeing it again reminded me that, yeah, she's kinda... a bit boring. Very bog standard. But now, has anyone ever gotten No, Salter got Noble Phantasm animation update, didn't she? I think you guys said that she had a different one at the start. So I guess it's not impossible. Just very unlikely that Motera would get one. Probably not popular enough. Salter's probably the exception. Yes, someone on our team's gonna die. For sure. Maybe not. Altera already had animation update. It used to be worse. Well, it is what it is, I guess.
ああ、そうか。はっはっはっ砕け散る。
I just feel like they could have made it look cooler.
長い。
Oh, well, there she goes. But at least we have Santa Altera to kind of make up for it a little bit.
酒を
At least there's that.
ぼーっとする。毒味合いだ。
Really? There we go.
あったったった。久しぶりの運動は答えるね。
Alright. We've beaten your spirit, Nurgle. Show thyself. Unless that was you. Might have been. Could have been. I was so close. Ew. I don't need to. I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that you're busting.
Whew. Glad it's over with, eh? You're pretty tough out there. Oh, and I should apologize for writing him off as just a residual evil thought. I'm shocked he had such a grudge that he was still surviving on it thousands of years after ERESHKIGAL kicked his butt. Man, I'd hate to get on one of these ancient gods' bad sides. I feel sorry for the souls who have to live in the next Underworld. I'm grateful for your help, Brother Sheep.
Now, could you please explain something to me? Since we just defeated the Mastermind, does this mean the attack on Chaldea will stop? Probably not.
Nope.
After all, ERESHKIGAL is the one sending the plague there. Didn't you just say he did all this?
Yes, that's the troublesome part. Just because Nurgle is gone, doesn't mean the plague goes with him. Even as we speak, ERESHKIGAL is attacking Chaldea from the abyss, in order to kill herself.
Oh! You see, in order to help you, she broke the oath she took as a goddess. In consequence, she should have lost her spirit origin and returned to the normal Underworld system. But she couldn't do that. Why? It's because there are still humans at Chaldea who remember her, isn't it? Gods die when faith in them evaporates and there is no one left who remembers them. ERESHKIGAL tried to comply with her oath and disappear, but because of all the people in Chaldea who remember her, and the records of her battles stored there, she wasn't able to do so fully. So it isn't that she bears any animosity towards Chaldea, she's just doing her duty. It's just that if she's going to disappear, she has to make Chaldea disappear too, yeah. And why would she do that?
I imagine Nurgle must have gotten into her head. Look no further than the fact that she's already finished her ablutions. She chose to cut out that part of herself, so that she wouldn't be a burden to you. The reason she didn't react to seeing you is because she's not the same goddess she was back then. You saw her yourself back at the third gate, right? How did she seem to you?
She seemed like she didn't know who we were. She didn't see, yeah, she didn't remember us, but she acted the same, but, yeah.
Now that she's not under the influence of a human avatar, she's the cold-blooded Queen of Kerr that the myths made her out to be. The problem is that ERESHKIGAL never much liked her true self-sense of...
You sure about that, Merlin? Are you sure about that? Okay.
After she got rid of her memories of what happened back then, and returned to being the same goddess she was before, she couldn't stand the thought of letting herself off the hook, just by forgetting about you. Now that ERESHKIGAL knows about the outside world, her heart is shaking the foundations of the Underworld. ERESHKIGAL decided that leaving the Underworld in that state was too dangerous, and so too, she thought, was this version of herself. So she tried to erase her own existence and leave Nurgle in charge. As we speak, she's bathing in the pure water of the abyss in an attempt to dissolve herself. She thinks that's the best way for her to take responsibility. I swear, depressing enough for you.
Yeah. Then again, I should have realized that breaking the goddess's oath could end this way.
If only she could have disappeared on her own and spared the rest of us all this trouble.
You haven't changed a bit, Mr. Sheep. Yeah, he's still a horrible guy.
You bet. You know me, I'm always 2 steps ahead. Individual resolve and personal dignity can be nourishing for the soul, but that in itself isn't really enough to get me motivated to help out. Which is why this is your call to make, Ritsuka. If you want to save Chaldea, you'll have to defeat the Queen of Kerr. But if you let ERESHKIGAL disappear, you'll be playing right into Nurgle's hands, and I really don't think you want him ruling the Underworld in her place. Souls would suffer and disappear. The air would go stagnant. Maggots, flies, and decay, would spread everywhere. In the end, the whole Underworld would be nothing more than a graveyard.
Yeah, but if we don't beat her, Chaldea's finished.
Come on, Master. ERESHKIGAL is waiting for us in the abyss. I have presents to deliver, and you have to save Chaldea. That's why we've come this far. Right you are. Besides, just getting to the abyss will be 80% of your battle. Don't worry your little head over it too much. Oh, and as for this gate's lock. Pardon me?
Hey, get your hands off me! You're feeling up the sheep. Why you thief?
Here we go. This ought to take care of things.
Oh, that's what you wanted?
What is that? I guess you could say.
It's a dream that a different you wished for? Okay, interesting. Very interesting. I suppose... Okay.
I burned a ton of calories to make it this far. After all, it's only fair I leave with something rare enough to be worth the trouble. Don't worry, I'm not going to eat it. Setting aside that it's not really to my tastes, it isn't even from this universe. Rest assured that I'll take good care of it. At least until your wish and you manage to find one another.
I really gotta get back into Extella soon. So I can get to Altera's part.
Okay, Santa Claus at hell. It looks like this is a goodbye. Did you enjoy this? I certainly did. But don't let your guard down. You'll be up against what is arguably your most terrifying foe yet, at the 7th gate. Someone who belongs to neither the ERESHKIGAL side, nor the Nurgle side. They are desire incarnate, and want nothing more right now than to beat you two into a pulp.
Ishtar? It would be safe to call this foe the greatest demon Mesopotamia ever encountered. Ishtar? Be ready to make the leap, and to be disappointed. Ishtar. The greatest demon. Could it be the other pillar of the Underworld? Desire, demon, ugh, my head.
Haha. Now that I've found the flames, I think I'll take my leave. Farewell, Ritsuka of Chaldea. Next time, come see me directly. Hopefully that future will be the one that brings hope to the far reaches of the land.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh yeah, speaking of, I saw a hubbub on Twitter about... I guess it was announced that the next FGO part will be the last? Like they're ending the main the story?
先輩、喉は渇いていませんか？
Unless I misunderstood something, but I saw something like a hubbub about the final chapter. Stars shot into the celestial body. Hmm. I didn't even realize. Ignore invincible and we can battle with... It's good. Well, what I gathered from again, I was trying to avoid it, so I only saw little bits, but it seemed to imply that it was... Natsu already said they have plans for next year. Oh, okay. Never mind then. I was victim of... Well, okay, to be fair, I only saw bits and pieces, because again, I was kind of like scrolling through quickly to avoid seeing whatever it was, so I won't say misinformation more. I only saw tidbits of information, so maybe I just, you know, didn't get the full picture of what I was reading. That would make sense. Yeah, I'll stick with this, that's fine. Oh, I never brought this up. I saw that Elizabeth is finally getting an SSR. I saw it like what was it, like 3 weeks ago, whatever that happened, but she has an SSR now. You know, good for her. And another welfare on top of that. Yeah, current JP event, yeah. I just thought that was cool. Finally capping off the Elizabeth the Elizabeth train. Or probably. I assume the fact that they released an SSR of her means it's probably the last one. Probably. Because it was also titled like the final Halloween, right? So I assume if they're ending Halloween events, they'll probably stop with the Lizzes, maybe? Hard to say, actually. The adventure has come to an end. By this time tomorrow, the Underworld will be closed. The welfare is called Elizabeth of the End. Yeah, we don't have Oni Liz. Yeah. They could pull something and be like, hey, actually, technically, she already existed, so we're not adding a new one, we're just making her playable. Maybe. By this time tomorrow, the Underworld will be closed. Today is the last day I'll be able to look up from here and see the sky. No. The smell of dirt, the fragrance of flowers, the colors of the wind, the sheer height of the sky. Humph! Turns out none of it was anything special. Yeah, you're trying to fool yourself. If that's all the surface has to offer, the Underworld is better off without it. Not to mention it's way dirtier up there thanks to all that life.
Now I know for sure that my underworld is darker, quieter, bigger, and cleaner.
So it's not like I'm jealous. Are you not, though?
Nope, not even a teeny tiny bit. But I did have a lot of fun traveling around with her.
All those blooming flowers that Merlin guy brought with him have disappeared. Everything that reminded me of her is gone. Come to think of it, I tried several times to make flowers bloom here, didn't I? It was hopeless. All I had to show for it after thousands of years was a bunch of dead seeds. Don't be sad, the underworld is completely barren. It's not your fault it didn't grow. The gazelle droned on like usual while I glared at the sky, fighting back tears. The underworld doesn't need flowers anyway. It's not as though they're anything special. I put on a brave face and agreed, however reluctant I was to do it. Who needs flowers? The poor things would never be happy here even if they did bloom, dark as it is. Lady ERESHKIGAL, preparations for the ritual to transfer your authority are complete. Now that you have broken your oath, you have no right to rule over the underworld. As long as you harbor such doubts, it is only a matter of time until this place falls into disorder. Which is why I must ask you, please cut out those memories. Return to the perfect woman you once were, before you sinned and became an imperfect goddess. Once you've done so, you must sleep forever in the abyss. Through your sacrifice, the underworld will continue in peace and prosperity. Leave the rest to us. We will see that the underworld gains a more fitting ruler. I don't know if I would call that Nurgle guy fitting, but sure. All of this is to ensure the underworld's survival. Please, fulfill your final duty as the Queen of Kerr. You bastards. I let myself fall into the abyss. I cast away this new me that was created when I gained this avatar. How strange. Usually I'd be crying from loneliness right now. Oh, but right now I'm actually smiling. Now that it's all ending, just thinking back brings a smile to my face. I've been so lonely, but back then I had so much fun I can't help but be happy. Goodbye, memories of the surface. Goodbye, first friend I ever made. Thanks for all the lovely conversation. I wonder if I'll ever be able to listen to another of your stories. Will I look up at the starry night sky? Alright. Even if I do, I won't be me anymore. No, we'll save you. We'll save the you that became our friend. Is something on your mind?
Ho ho ho! Santa has nothing to hide. I'm just not quite sure how to explain this since it's a bit complicated.
Go on.
Don't look at me like that. This is awkward for me too. It's even rather frustrating. If only I didn't have this slight fever, I'd be able to fill you in as coolly as Brother Sheep.
No you couldn't.
You think so too, Zerko? There.
I'll give you some nice hay later. Okay. Anyway, don't worry. Everything will make sense once we get to the abyss. Look, there's the 7th gate now. Only one more left to go, Master. Alright. It's definitely Ishtar, right? I don't see. She's tiny. We're fighting tiny Ishtar. I bet you. I don't think they're hiding like they were at the 6th gate.
I know that Brother Sheep said the greatest of Mesopotamia's demons would be here, but... The sheep are terrified. They're scattering like baby spiders. Why would they? Up there.
Someone's punching through all the other gates. Huh?
There you are. You've got a lot of nerve trying to get the jump on me.
Who? We weren't jumping anyone. If anyone's gonna make it all the way to the bottom of the underworld, it's gonna be me. No way I'm letting Ritsuka and a rookie Santa beat me to it. Let's do this, Mana. Yeah, it's I knew it. Maximum power, maximum energy. I'm gonna rewrite the whole god record with a single strike.
This divine aura is unbelievable.
So you must be the demon of Mesopotamia. Is she coming? I'm guessing this is an ascension, but I've never seen this version of her before. With the tattoos.
That's right. It's me, the ruler of Venus and War. The embodiment of beauty and fertility.
The blazing supernova synonymous with Mesopotamia.
Ishtar, soaring across the sky to avenge her humiliation in record time.
Not an ascension? Oh, so it's just... Okay. Okay. Damn, Ishtar's looking badass. And let me guess, they never made it a costume either.
Sweet. My idea to blast
Through the gates before I could be punished worked awesomely.
No more black mark from the Age of Gods for me. It's the start of a new legend.
It's the sheep hunter. The sheep hunter. She'll shear us for every bit of woe we've got.
Ishtar, what are you doing here? Did you come to see ERESHKIGAL too? Huh? Why the hell would I do that? I couldn't care less about her. She and I have completely opposite divinities. I've said everything I want to say to her.
But you're sisters.
Anything else is her problem to deal with. Me? I'm just here for revenge. I mean, come on. How am I gonna set a new course record once the Underworld disappears? You're just trying to... Okay. And since it looks like ERESHKIGAL's not gonna get in my way, I thought this would be the perfect chance to dominate it at full strength. I guess. And I was right. Things turned out perfectly. Not that I ever doubted they would, since I went at it with everything I had.
So that's why you look so demony.
I'm not a demon. I'm just taking this seriously. This is who I used to be back in the Age of Gods, you know. Right now, this goddess has got her new manifestation of beauty and war.
I'm basically Super Ishtar here.
Super.
I see. I had no idea you wished to restore your tarnished
Name so badly.
disgracing yourself even further just to erase your humiliation.
I guess the Sumerian gods like to live dangerously and thoughtlessly.
Humph. Say what you will. You outsiders can never understand why we hate each other so much. Anyway, I see you're out on yet another adventure you didn't really think through, Ritsuka. I'm guessing Gilgamesh talked you into this. Either way, this is way beyond you. Not to mention letting a human go to the abyss. No way, out of the question.
Now come on, let's go back to the surface. I'll even take you there myself. If we don't go down there and talk to her, we're gonna die. Like... But if I don't do something, Chaldea's...
Don't worry, it's not gonna get wiped out.
Worst case, Christmas will just be ruined is all. Oh? I was planning to take care of Nurgle myself, but you already got to him, right? In that case, the Sumerian fever will take care of itself. It would take 7 days for ERESHKIGAL to wipe out all of Chaldea with a plague. And she'll disappear before that happens anyway. Okay, but how many people will die while waiting for her to disappear?
I got it. So come on, it's not too late. Go back to Chaldea while you still can. Remember, the ERESHKIGAL who's down in the abyss isn't the same ERESHKIGAL you knew. She has no idea who you are, and the second she sees something alive in her underworld, she'll try to kill it without so much as a hello. So come on. You don't need to bother with a goddess of death like that, right?
I'm still going down there. I want to get my friend back.
I see. Just gonna ignore my warning, huh? Well, in that case... If you won't listen to reason,
I'll just have to beat some into you. And since I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart, I think I've earned the right to go a little nuts. Get ready, Ritsuka. I'm gonna test you to make sure you're strong enough to set foot in the abyss. I'm gonna give you the fight of your life. This will be way better than anything ERESHKIGAL could pull off. Ishtar? Why you gotta be so rude? Why couldn't you just, like, help us? Maybe help us talk some sense into her? I don't know. Actually, I guess, if anything, seeing Ishtar with us would probably just piss her off more. So actually, that'd probably be a bad idea. Yeah, you know, never mind. Yeah, that'd probably be a horrible idea. Mistress of the Celestial Voyage, huh? What a nice sounding title. Actually, you know what? Let's do Art's first turn. Get some charge. And then... Ow. Okay. Boom. She's Buster. I was pretty sure she was, but had to make sure. I'll save this for when she gets her Noble Phantasm. This might be a little bit overkill. But... I think it's probably gonna be worth it. Alright, definitely not gonna be overkill. I overestimated how much ERESHKIGAL's Noble Phantasm would do. I thought she would do like 40. But I guess... I mean, okay, this is level 1. Noble Phantasm. Okay, well, yeah, fair enough. Oh wait, I didn't even notice. Here's... sure. Okay. Gotcha. Santa's probably gonna die. But it would be a worthy sacrifice. Probably.
よしよし、今回もよろしくね。大いなる天から大いなる地に向けて、またの名をジュベルハブリンブレイカー。
Draco might have died too. No.
血が止まらない
Close, but not
チ
quite.
ョコを食べ放てもたれる息がいいのね
How? Leave Draco alone.
繁栄はそこまでだ たくさらをでもな少しは優しくね地に富を築き天に届かんとするもの
Hopefully this turn should take out her break bar.
ベイバロンドムスアウレアでな
Hopefully.
毒槍だ皆も羽よ
Alright, yeah, Buster card down. She, talkie.
そこ動かないそこ動かない
Oh, that crit. I think we would have died without the crit, but that's unfortunate. I should have used this before Noble. Shit. I forgot about that.
固く縛るでもな少しは死は
Okay,
天
this should.
天は地に我が名のもとにやるわ放熱発電大照
Okay. Alright, how much health after break? Only one. Okay, that's not bad.
明
Not bad.
そこ動かない息がいいのねそこ動かない
Now she's been demoted to Mistress of the Heavens. Or promoted? Hmm.
これやばくない
Yep, very awesome. Sure, yeah, we'll throw that on now.
シトラセケイ
Okay. Yeah, I'll just avoid Buster cards, because she... Oh, wait, no, that doesn't apply anymore. So no, we can do this.
なるほど
それでもな少しは
そこだ
優しくねさあぐるぐるーっと閉じ込めてあげる
Ooh,
なんと
good
かつい
hit.
たわねそこ動かないどうかしら
Alright.
ちょ引っ張らないでもう黙ってなさい舌を噛むわよチクラ
Now let's do all Buster.
天に絶海地に監獄我がかかとこそ冥府の怒り
Alright.
完成するのだわ
Oh,
気軽に
yeah, old man Hassan was up there.
そこだ
Finally saw that cameo. Like, I'd seen the Nito one before. I hadn't seen the old man Hassan
ど
yet.
うかしら踏みつぶ
Alright. And you know what? We'll give the honors to
少しは優しくね
Eresh.
地は天に天は地に
There we go. Rip Bozo.
これが友情の力だえ違う
I don't know what you said, but yeah. Chigal. Yeah, didn't expect us to to be a match for you, huh? Plain old Ishtar.
I lost, but I was really going all out this time.
Guess the Underworld just isn't her place.
We win, Ishtar. You fought well. And I can tell you acted out of concern for Ritsuka's safety. But please let Ritsuka handle this. Don't you trust her?
Damn it, I can't fib when you're being all earnest like that. Look, I do trust her, stupid side and all, but... Okay, you win. I'm kind of wiped anyway. If you've got the guts to go toe-to-toe with Super Me, you should be able to face ERESHKIGAL without just dying instantly at least. Fine, go on down to the abyss if that's what you want. But what are you gonna do about the gate?
was planning to smash through it, but I don't have any mana left after that battle. Do you have a way to break it? Come to think of it, how'd you get past all the other gates anyway? We opened them with presents. Now that you're here, this should work out nicely. When someone receives a present that makes them truly happy, the gates count that as them being saved and open. Are you serious? What the hell happened to this place? A once-in-a-lifetime collaboration between Christmas and the Underworld. May I, Master? No time like the present to choose a present. Ho ho ho! Here you go, little flying girl. Oh. A gem card. Hey, thanks! I'm always happy to get a new jewel. The Rin inside of her is probably like, hey! That's already mine! Or I guess she'd be getting it back, right? Because technically Shiro has it. So this isn't the right gift? But Ishtar seems happy with it. It's not enough. Her greed knows no bounds. What's that look? I really am happy about it, okay? But, okay, if I'm being totally honest, I guess I'm just looking for something a little more exciting or touching. Now what would a goddess find touching? Well done, Master. I knew you'd have an idea. Can you please tell me what it is? What do we need to make Ishtar happy? Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. That checks out. Is that some sort of terminal device? It looks like a cataclysmic noble phantasm. What is that? It's awesome! Talk about thinking big! Yep. Sentinel alternate universe you has good taste. Or alternate universe Rin, technically, but she, yeah. Imagine a temple that takes people's faith and transforms it into plain old magical energy. That's a feat on par with anything the gods could pull off. Whoever came up with that's gotta be a true demon. Just look inside yourself and you'll find the answer. You got that right. But I guess now's not the time to be celebrating. I'll just file this idea away for later. Now that the last gate is open, there's nothing standing between you and the abyss. The primal sea that was once home to Enki, the god of wisdom. I wish I could go with you, but me being there would just piss ERESHKIGAL off. Yeah, probably. Good point. Ritsuka and I will go ahead alone. You wait here, Ishtar. And if you sense any danger... I know. I'll swoop in and make sure Ritsuka escapes with her life. Okay, at least she's hanging around. So don't think you need to conserve your mana or anything. Don't worry about what might happen. Just go talk some sense into her. We'll try. Besides, thanks to these sheep, I think I've got a pretty good idea of why it's all Christmassy down here. So maybe, just maybe, you'll actually be able to talk that stubborn, gloomy teacher's pet of a goddess out of this. One can hope. Right, it's finally time to deliver the present I've been waiting for. Let's go bring ERESHKIGAL what she lost. What do you have for memories in the sheep? That'd be something. Actually, that would kind of make sense, actually. Because Adumazid gave her the...
It's possible. Possible. Oh wait, hang on, let me read the... Actually, no, I can read the title of... yeah, I can read the title of it when we see the title screen. Oh, do I bring Busted AF Morgan? Yeah, why not? Let's go. Merry Christmas. Flowers bloom in the abyss. That'd be nice if we could make that happen. I woke to the sound of waves. Someone had come to the abyss. It must be that human and servant. What fools they are coming here even after I warned them not to. I may be losing my power, but I still won't have any trouble sweeping out a couple of pests. Let's make this quick. I don't have long before I disappear after all. Yes, I'm going to disappear here since I broke my oath. And yet I don't know why. I don't remember anymore. The person I was when I broke that oath was the first thing I discarded. I may not know why I did it, but the fact that I'm weakening proves that I did it, that I did it all the same. It's only right that I disappear. So I'll dissolve into the abyss and leave Nurgle in charge. Yeah, we already dealt with him. So if you disappear, well, no, I guess it was technically just his resentment, right? But if the ritual is still to transfer power to Nurgle, maybe the actual him up in the divine realm or whatever would come down and take over. Oh. I'm not afraid. I have no regrets. If I had it all to do over again, I wouldn't change a thing. But there is one thing I can't help but wonder about. I know I broke my oath, but my past self would never have done that, no matter what. So I admit it's kind of painful. Something must have happened to me that led me to do what I otherwise never would. You know, just the world was being ravaged by a Tiamat. You know, no big deal. And I'm sad and sorry that I can't remember what it was. So this is the abyss. There really isn't anything here besides this water. I've heard the herb of immortality grows at the bottom, but I can't seem to sink past these waves. Of course not. Did you really think a living creature could sink to the bottom of the abyss without even a guide to show them the way? Now that Enki is gone, the bottom of the abyss is not primordial, but hollow. To reach the bottom of the sea is for every part of you down to your soul to return to nothingness. A living human can never become part of it, just like they can never hope to soar among the clouds. You are trapped here now, repulsive visitors. This is the end of the line. Oh wait, that was... Oh. So I guess it was only a part of him. You should have resigned yourself to dying on the surface. What do you hope to accomplish here? Did you come to save ERESHKIGAL? How foolish. No, not foolish. Disgusting beyond belief. The Queen of Kur felt ashamed of her irresponsible conduct, as she should, and chose to leave the Underworld to us. She vowed to make amends for ever helping Chaldea, and for permitting them to record data about her. No doubt you came here thinking you could save her from her fate. But as an outsider, the only thing you're accomplishing is sullying her noble sacrifice. Where is she? Where is she? Where you say? Think what you like. This is no courtroom, and the decisions here are not up for debate. All I require of you is your deaths, here and now, for ERESHKIGAL's sake. Once you disappear, everyone who knew ERESHKIGAL will be gone. Faith in her will vanish completely. Do you understand? The reason ERESHKIGAL continues to humiliate herself at the bottom of the abyss is because you're here. You came to help her, didn't you? Don't you want to respect her wishes? Then I shall kill you myself. Once I do, the Underworld will finally be mine. Bring it on, you half-baked god.
The bottom of the abyss. An ocean. I can't believe it. Another hurdle right at the end. My sheep can cross a river if they really have to, but there's no way they can reach the bottom of an ocean. Well, I can figure that out later. Right now, Nurgle comes first. Let's show him who's boss master.
Yeah, I'll give him the good old 1-2. The 1-2 punch. The Falcon punch. Let's just, let's not play around, you know? Let's show the power. Yeah, you're Santa, we know. We know. We are well aware. That should do good. 90. 127. Oh yeah, I forgot to factor in the fact that his defense was down too. Yeah, you. I was about to say you ain't shit, but yeah, he killed Santa. She had to shed her Santa attire and come fight you in her normal garb. I'll hold for now. I want to be able to apply the Roman trait first. Damn, buddy. You were talking a big game about, you know, how you were gonna kill us. But you don't seem to be doing too hot there, man. I didn't get the... Damn it. Okay, well, you know what? We'll just... It should still do good damage anyway. Yeah, okay, he's dead. The 2 attacks critted, so... Little bro got cooked. Oh, buddy. You really thought you were gonna do some, huh? Not in my house. No, no, no. It's useless. Our malice has taken root in the Underworld itself. We are the collection of voices calling for a new Underworld. You cannot kill us. Only the Underworld's ruler can keep us in check.
Oh, ERESHKIGAL! We can't do this without ERESHKIGAL's help. Ritsuka. We need to dive to the bottom of the abyss and pull her out.
How exactly? Precisely. You have no way of doing that. The only path left to you is death. No. This is the job for muscle power. There he is. Here's who I was waiting for. What? The 3rd prisoner?
Who are? Wait, don't tell me. Your candle's given human form.
No. No. Wrong. I am the... Leonimus. Okay. That's, quite the pun. Christmas, Leonidas, Leonimus. I get it. I do. But, you know, well, I feel like they get, okay. I am the Guardian of Flame who awakens only at Christmas. My name, Leonimus the First. At least that is what Lord Merlin asked me to call myself. I hope you will oblige. Lady Ritsuka, trust in my words and in my muscles. Look to your hands and grasp what you hold there with all your might. You already have everything you'll need. The sands of the Underworld. What? What are the keystones that guided the King of Uruk to the Abyss doing here? Wahaha! Gather as much sand as you can. Do that and its weight will lead to your salvation. 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 He gave us a hint.
Now I see. The sand's weight can help us sink down to the bottom. Let's go, Ritsuka. I'll hold on to you. Oh, Candleman, take care of that whiner for us.
It shall be done. Handling complaints and suppressing riots are two of my specialties. All you need worry about is speaking with the goddess of the Underworld. Thanks, King Leonidas. Not at all. Now go. Descend into the abyss. Godspeed, my friends. Godspeed. No Ibaraki Doji for us. Shaking my head. She's still resigned to only showing up in that one free quest, and that's it. Okay. I'm gonna be fighting her. We should probably bring along someone overpowered. Just for simplicity's sake. You know? Just get it done with. Knock some sense into her straight away.
You are there, right, Ritsuka? I can sense you, but I can't see you. I can't even see myself for that matter.
So this is the bottom of the abyss. A place devoid of light.
I can't believe it. A human ignoring my warning and coming down all this way.
ERESHKIGAL, we're here to bring you back into the light.
That's the 5th time you've spoken my name.
Now you really are now you are really dead. That said.
Whatever your reasons are, I really must commend you for actually making it here.
So before I skewer you with my spear, I can at least ask you this.
Why did you come this far, human? Why have you shown yourself before me?
I came here to see you, of course. Oh, it was a drop in the event ver. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, when did we get that? When did we get that? I was thinking in my head, like, when did we get that? But yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I see. In that case.
Oh? Can you still look upon me so fondly?
Even after seeing me like this? Her face, it's rotted off. I don't know anything about you. Any memories I had of fighting by your side are gone. Nago told me about Chaldea.
He also told me that as long as you're around, I'll never be able to disappear.
I can't have that. Now that I'm losing my power, I can't rule the Underworld anymore. I have nothing against you personally, but I need you to go away if the Underworld is to survive. Wait. I've been thinking about this a lot, and it doesn't make any sense. You say you need Chaldea to go away so you can disappear yourself. But I also heard that you'll disappear even before Chaldea succumbs to the Sumerian fever. Succumbs to the Sumerian fever. So then why attack Chaldea at all if things are going to turn out the same regardless? It would not be the same. Anyone who could reduce me to this state is far too dangerous to let live. Whether I exist or not, Chaldea is a threat. In which case, as the ruler of the Underworld, it falls to me to do something about it. So before I disappear, I'm going to make amends for your sins. When you're facing death, you humans put your affairs in order, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm using the last of my power to help the Underworld.
Are you really, though? Are you really helping it by doing this?
Ritsuka?
Just forget about this. It's probably a bad... Why do you have to disappear at all?
Well, because...
No? That's enough, ERESHKIGAL. You and your guests have said plenty. You have done your job well. Now I shall take over for you. The Underworld is the last bastion for the gods that have declined and vanished. A mystic land of darkness the light of humanity can never reach. If you truly wish to protect the Underworld, then you will obey me. Do that and the Underworld shall become a land where the dead writhe in pain. Do that and it shall be reborn as a garden of terror, as a world of death, dust, maggots, and plague.
Do you want that? Don't tell me he's here too. Now it all makes sense. That's Nurgle's authority. The same one ERESHKIGAL laid claim to. When Nurgle lost to ERESHKIGAL in the Underworld, he left behind his hatred, his rage. Now with ERESHKIGAL weakened, that rage has regained new life, and is using Nurgle's remnants, his authority as an avatar. It's basically his spiritual substitute, representing his essence. Another ruler of the Underworld, who would never have shown himself if ERESHKIGAL hadn't been weakened.
Correct. ERESHKIGAL is the good Galu spirit, and I am the evil one. We are both incarnations of the Underworld itself. We both represent its future. Humans cannot hold gods to their standards of good and evil. There are times when so-called good decisions can kill an entire world. Now come, ERESHKIGAL. The time has come to fulfill your duty. Kill them, and disappear completely.
ERESHKIGAL, please! You don't have to do this. I am not the ERESHKIGAL you know. I am the Queen of Kur, fallen to disgrace. It is only right for one who has lost their power to vacate their position. But before I do, I must make amends for the wrongs I've committed.
Oh, you really don't.
I have watched your descent through the Underworld, made from a distant land. I'll even admit that I enjoyed it. But I cannot forget the ruin and disorder that you have brought to the Underworld. Now I will pass judgment on you myself.
Why do the gods have to be so hard-headed? Especially the only good god. Alright, well there's another note after this, so I'm assuming we don't actually have to fully beat her here? I hope? Hang on. Oh! That might be a problem.
欲望が回っている。愉快愉快。
It's only resistance and not invulnerability,
帰りなさい。
but it's still,
無駄よ。
yeah, there's no way they intend for you to beat her here. There's no way.
Ah.
There is absolutely no way. Oh, I should have used. Damn it.
気づきに気づいた刀塚八重垣作るは戦時の刃知った成仏していきな俺ね
無駄よ。
Now the question
帰りな
is,
さい。
where is the cutoff point? Turn 5? Maybe get her down to half health, maybe? Perhaps?
これぞ獣のシャウ欲望が回っている。愉快愉快。分身の力。我が手にあり。金さら卓上に人類は満ちた。時にあいら。どうした
Hopefully it's
天に届かんとするもの。その願いに応えて
something not too
レイバロンドム
harsh.
スアウレアでな。あがけ。
It's probably like half health, right?
無駄よ。無駄よ。
Maybe.
下がった
Oh, we're about to get, or it might just be take an attack from her noble phantasm.
摘み取ってあげましょう。
Yeah, okay. We just had to take her. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That wasn't that bad. Now do you see? You never stood a chance. There is no one in the Underworld who can hope to defeat ERESHKIGAL. Absurd. You should have seen the futility of your struggle, but you persisted in this ill-conceived venture. Just how foolish are you? Is your skull empty of anything but air? Funny wording from the wiki by Lens. Please don't break the story, thank you. Yeah, I guess this was probably at the point where people could infinitely delay her noble phantasm and stay healthy if they had the right combo and just kill her. It'd be slow going, but I imagine it's possible. Actually, after this, I want to look up and see if there's any videos of that. Surely there must be, right? Surely someone has killed her. They had to have. Someone somewhere. Just how foolish are you? Is your skull empty of anything but air? Then again, humans were originally born from clay. I suppose there was no chance of you being intelligent. I'm sorry. I apologize for Nurgle's harsh remarks. But I can't blame him for thinking that. Your recklessness defies comprehension. I'll ask you one more time. Why did you come all this way? To save you! To save Chaldea from the Sumerian fever. I wanted to see you again, ERESHKIGAL. Ah. So this is what it means to pour salt on a wound. How tragic. It brings tears to my eyes. Tears of mirth, you pathetic cretins. You've come all this way only to fail.
I see. Thank you for trying to help me. I do appreciate that. And I'm sorry. But there's nothing you or I, or anyone can do now. I cannot accept your kindness. I have no right. After all, I've already cast it aside myself. I no longer have any precious reason to...
I have them? Huh?
Huh? I was waiting for you to mention it.
For a while, it looked like it might never happen.
But you finally mentioned something precious. Which means this belongs to you after all. It's not right for me to keep it. Alright.
Ho ho ho! Thank you for waiting, children.
Santa's finally ready to deliver her present. Something a certain little sheep entrusted to me.
The very memories that ERESHKIGAL discarded. Dumuzid, you absolute sheep! Super... Shoo. What could sheep stand for? Supremely heroic, epic. Uh, super heroic, epic. Erratic. Person. Yeah, that works. Close enough. Alright, well, obviously this is gonna be ERESHKIGAL. Clearly. Who we're fighting? Maybe Ishtar again? But that'd be kind of weird. Maybe Nurgle puppeting Gil's dead body? You have ERESHKIGAL's memories. They can't be. How did you? No, never mind. ERESHKIGAL, kill her. Shut that foolish heroic spirit up before she can say another word. I'm actually really interested to find out. Oh, don't give me that now, you fool. You were the one who discarded those memories, remember? Enough of this. Lend me your body. I shall kill her myself. No! Altera Santa! I can't let you do that. Deliveries must be signed for by their intended recipient. Oh? Oh, it's him.
Doomsday, it's you.
I told you, Doomsday sounds better. And to answer your question, I'm the one who recovered ERESHKIGAL's memories and kept them safe. I even threw in the gift wrapping for free. You're Dumuzid, the god of shepherds. Come to think of it, I haven't seen you around in some time. What have you done now? I would prefer not to comment. I've never gotten along well with bull-headed boars like you. Now then, beautiful Altera, fluffy Ritsuka. You did well to make it this far. Now I'll take it from here. And a terrible ERESHKIGAL.
What?
Now is the time to return to your true form. Remember Nurgle's authority? The brilliant light of the sun you once laid claim to? Now is the time for you to awaken to the sun's gleaming shine. As they say, no time like the present. After all, don't you feel like you could pull that off now? If these memories are truly precious to you, you should also start to shine bright. Proud goddess of the Underworld, there was once a time when you didn't even know what the sun was. You knew nothing of the light. You did not know what it was that you admired. Bah! But as you are now, you just might be able to shine. Oh? What have you done, you foul creature? Her memories are even stronger now than they were before. They would have just disappeared if you let them be, but you went and reinforced them. How dare you use the water of life for something like this? Demuzid, whose side are you on here? You are both the gods of the Underworld who have been cruelly mistreated. Have you forgotten your humiliation at Ishtar and ERESHKIGAL's hands? The anger it aroused?
Oh my, this is terrible, just terrible. I think I'll turn into a serpent and make my escape.
Dumuzid!
Shut up! Get out of my body now!
No! We're being stripped away! This light, it can't be!
Makes you wonder why Dumuzid even bothered to help, though, right? Because, yeah, Nurgle does have a point. You'd think Dumuzid would also be frustrated. But maybe he also recognized ERESHKIGAL's kindness in the deal she made with his sister. So he was like, you know, she's just doing her job.
Oh yes, it can. I'm back to my old self. And this light's nothing less than the heat of the glaring sun. In your honor, I hereby name it this. The Scorching Shrine, Kigal Meslamtaya. It shall be the sun of the Underworld. It shall be the mark of peace that warms its untamed lands. And, as for you human,
Yeah. First things first. Thanks, ERESHKIGAL.
you're welcome. But you don't have to thank me for anything. I did it because I wanted to. I only helped you for my own sake.
On another note, that spear is pretty boss.
Yeah, pretty dope.
I know, right?
I mean, that's not important now.
You really do just say whatever comes to mind, don't you?
Yeah.
Still, I think I've powered up a fair bit since last time. But that's not important right now either. This is great and all, but there's something I need to handle.
Yeah, flush this little prick out of here fully.
You, how dare you purge me from yourself? What happened to your responsibilities, ERESHKIGAL? How long will you cling? How long will you cling to that unseemly spirit origin? Do you plan to leave the Underworld behind and be free, or perhaps to abandon it for a life on the surface? How dare you? I forbid it.
And by whom's power can you even forbid that,
All the hate and rage swirling around forbids it. You will disappear, and the Underworld will be reborn.
Don't get the wrong idea, Nurgle. I admit, I'm not giving up the spirit origin. But I'm not sticking around for my own sake. I'm sticking around to protect the Underworld. Now that I've heard your plans for it, I realize what my real mistake was. It wasn't breaking my oath. It was deciding to let you take over the Underworld for me. You don't actually care about the Underworld. You just want a place to call your own. A world that exists just to worship and glorify you. No way I'm entrusting my Underworld to a god like that. This is the land of tranquility that exists to shelter souls after they die, to protect the longing they still have for their lives. And no one, human god or otherwise, gets to threaten that. I am ERESHKIGAL of the Underworld, the Queen of Kerr. On my honor, I hereby banish Nurgle's residual malice from my domain, effective immediately. Alright, let's do this, Ritsuga. I may have delivered the present,
but I think I can afford to put in some overtime. The best celebrations are those you share with others. Now let's join forces with this goddess and play our victory jingle together.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride 901 horse open sleigh. Hey.
戦うからには手加減はできないわ。覚悟なさい。
Alright, Nurgle. Time to face the
エ
music.
レシキガルが命じます。世の力を見よ。力を見せる。見せてやる。
Let's do this dang thing.
厳しくいくわ。毒にはいらん。うまい。
Oh yeah. This guy's all talk. Always has been. Oh. Yeah, thanks for giving me noble phantasms. You silly Billy. I'll probably hold on to them until... Yeah, I'll probably hold them for the next break bar.
でもな、少しは厳しくいくわ。酒を持て。死は天に、天は地に。我が名のもとに。
Crit? Ouch, mama. Damn! I'm glad he did it to Altera and not one of the other two.
でもな、厳しくいくわ。皿を持て。死は天に、天は地に。
I should have used her invincibility skill.
毒にはいらん。
There goes other Altera. Oh boy. Okay,
いいわ。地の底まで落としてあげる。天に絶海、地に監獄。我がかかとこそ冥府の怒り。完成するのだわ。
yeah. I was gonna do just her noble phantasm, but that with all those debuffs, it's like probably wouldn't have gone well for me. I don't know why I did Draco second. I'm not fighting a servant. Alright, yep. Keep doing it on everyone except Draco. That's perfect, actually. Hang on, let me what did this do? Chance to apply stun to all enemies after one turn. Might be problems. Crit. Ew, didn't kill. Alright, those two. That's fine. Or maybe not. Yeah, let me just make sure she can. Okay. Oh, there we go. There goes Draco. Oh boy. I mean, Draco is still my best bet with the extra attack. Okay, well, down to say.
要は
生まれた時と同じだ。
Ooh. Yikes. I should have brought an actual team rather than just who I was trying to get Bond for.
それなおっけまるチクラ
She's got it,
ウ
right?
しかもし流術ウレレレレラ平安ナイトフィーバー
Maybe. Ow. Yeah, you know, she don't got it. She don't got it. Whatever. That's fine. I have,
兵士さん
Wait, I thought I had Leyline. Can you not? Oh, does it not count as main story so you can't use the Leyline crystals? Command spell, I guess. Alright, you know
いい
what?
わ血の底まで
You're
落としてあ
getting
げる
nuked.
世界す
Absolute
お願い
tactical.
メスラブ隊よ
That scared me.
冥
My
界
phone
の
alarm
守りを
started
信
going
じな
off.
さいこれが私のクルキガルイルカルだ 7つの竜よ我が指となるがよい抱く平らげよ
Come on, buddy. You're not gonna lose. Just die for me. There we go.
私は破壊する勝利するこれまでもこれからも
You lose, Nurgle. The Queen's had her revenge.
Wow! Why is this woman able to use my authority so well?
I don't know where that came from. No, I didn't ever give her my authority. Does this mean I've forgotten the humiliation I endured? And the hatred and resentment I felt in defeat?
You are the only one fixated on that authority. But there's hardly any sense pointing that out now. You are the malice that was born from your battle with ERESHKIGAL, so you don't know what happened afterward. Nurgle was an arrogant god, but that arrogance was tinged with generosity. Nurgle did not begrudgingly submit to his victor. He willingly handed over his authority to the goddess who defeated him, as a friendly gesture of respect. But you never knew that because you were left behind and forgotten.
That cannot be true. It cannot. I refuse to accept it. The Underworld is the land of suffering, of humiliation. It should be a world ruled by fear and lamentation. Just like me. That's how I've always been. If the Underworld was like that too, then both it and I could have remained a part of humanity's mythology forever.
That's not how it is. That's not how it be. I understand how you'd see it that way, but I'm afraid you're the only one who does. It's sad when one simply cannot understand, isn't it, Nurgle? You've been that way since the Age of Gods, which is also why you never had many friends.
Damn. Bro got cooked. We're back at the top of the abyss.
I'm impressed you managed to make it back up here on your own.
You must be a pretty good swimmer.
I can't say it was as easy for me.
I can't believe I couldn't use my rainbow rail underwater.
There's only so much sheep can do, you know. If you want to get around the seabed, or you should look for a dolphin or a heroic spirit with a submarine.
Oh, Nemo!
Wait, Dumuzid? You're really here? I guess I wasn't seeing things after all. But why do you look like that? Wait a second.
That's the authority I always wanted, isn't it? So you stuck me with serpents and gazelles and kept sheep for yourself, huh?
It's all about affinity. Serpents and gazelles simply take to you. At any rate, we're running out of time faster than the sheep loses its flavor. In a few minutes, this descent into the Underworld will be over, and with time to spare before Christmas too. Once the date rolls over to December 24th, we shall all go back to our own times. Chaldea will return to December of 2019, and the Underworld will return to December 1 year prior. Of course, the time difference won't matter if you choose to stay here, but if you did, Ritsuko would either be stuck in the Underworld forever, or emerge to find herself much older or much younger. Really? Wait, what time is it now? 11:30 p.m.? That gives us hardly any time at all. We finally have a chance to see each other again. I don't even know what to say.
You're right. It's a real shame, but we've gotta do. Is there mistletoe? Any mistletoe here?
I can see from your smile that you know this isn't the end, Ritsuka. You're right. This is not goodbye forever. I can see you're very smart. True, even after all your hard work, you won't be leaving with a reward from ERESHKIGAL. Nor will the Underworld be throwing a party in your honor. That's just not the sort of place it is. But the bonds you forged here are greater than anything more earthly. You're right. Since I did break my oath, I was planning to give up this avatar and go back to being my old, gloomy self. But if I just say goodbye now, after everything you've done for me, I really would be a failure as a goddess. You saved me. You've more than paid me back. From now on, I can hold my head high and continue to help you as a spirit origin. The ERESHKIGAL you know. Called the Chaldean Bond.
I'll do my best to... Well, I mean, depending on how your adventure goes, we'll still have plenty of chances to see each other.
Exactly. Though I'm afraid you'll have to wait another year before you can be summoned. I'm sure it will be dull and torturous, but at least you'll have something to look forward to. I know that. I'm a goddess, remember? I'm not gonna go jumping the gun. I can wait here for another year, no problem. Although...
You calling for me and running to your aid are different things. So if you ever need help, even if it's not you... okay, that's the soul, okay. I promise I'll be there. We know, we know you will. It's happened already. I'll show up looking super awesome and be your totally amazing goddess of victory. Goddess of victory. You know... Has Nikkei ever done a collab with Fate? I don't think so, right? Fate's collabed with like Honkai Star Rail and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know if they've done one with... I don't know why her saying Goddess of Victory, it just made me think of that, because Goddess, you know, yeah, okay. Think back and laugh a bit. The shoes. No, the... Yeah. What V6 said, the gacha game.
What's so funny?
I'm gonna do a great job, okay? We know! It's happened already!
No, wait.
Messing up is one thing, but if I embarrass myself as much as Ishtar did... Just don't give up on me, okay? And if worst comes to worst, just pretend you didn't see anything. Sure. Anyway, we don't need to talk about the future now. I really thought I wouldn't mind disappearing. After all, there was something I valued more than myself. So I figured as long as that was safe, it wouldn't matter if I was gone. No.
Even if I did disappear, I thought your world would be just fine without me. But honestly, I was really anxious. Even if nothing ended up changing, I wasn't sure if those unchanging things would remember me. Which is why I'm so happy you came all the way to the Abyss just for me. Thank you for being you. Thank you for staying true to what you think is right, no matter who you meet or what happens to you. No present, no matter how grand or extravagant, could ever make me happier. What a wonderful smile.
That alone made this whole journey worthwhile.
Right you are. It's embarrassing even as a sheep. But it's all part of Christmas. Even a young girl who's always had trouble expressing herself gets to experience a little happiness. Indeed. I know now that Christmas is warm, heartfelt, good civilization.
Although there's still one thing I don't understand. What was your objective, Doomsy?
You hated the Underworld just like Nurgle did.
Well, I suppose your grudge should be against Ishtar and ERESHKIGAL. They're the ones who took your power and your life, after all.
So why did you help ERESHKIGAL? You misunderstand me, beautiful Altera. I am Dumuzid. I don't take sides. Yes, ERESHKIGAL may have worked me to the bone and punished me relentlessly. But I still owe her a debt. And yes, Ishtar made my life hell. But I don't exactly hate her. I don't really see a problem with the fact that I once held a
goddess downfall appreciation sale. And so I can't really blame Ishtar for making me take her place.
Yes, I may have experienced great pain and begged and pleaded for mercy. But I don't bear them any ill will. That's just how we gods think. What matters is that it all works out in the end. And this turned out very much to my liking. Though it is a shame that I wasn't able to save Nurgle. I see. I knew I was right to trust you, sheep.
I always thought there was something different about you.
Not at all. I was blessed to find such a wonderful partner.
In fact, I think I'm falling in love with you. If only you didn't have those marks on your body, we could have collaborated in the best sense of the word. What's wrong with her? Actually, are those tattoos? I guess they must be. Maybe, oh wait, are they like the markings of a different... Okay. Yeah, I imagine it's a like Stella thing.
I see you're just as fickle as your myths made you out to be. Tell me then, where does ERESHKIGAL rank in your scale? Good question. ERESHKIGAL has often lamented how there are no flowers to be found anywhere in the Underworld. But if you ask me, there is one beautiful flower here. And it's much closer than she realizes.
Yeah, you hear that? You hear that, ERESHKIGAL?
Now, as lovely as it would be to end on that note, I believe it will soon be tomorrow for us. Oh right, Master. We need to escape from the Underworld right away. Quick, get on Zerko before it becomes the 24th. Hurry!
I'm hurrying! Go. Fly!
Did you finish saying your goodbyes?
Are you certain you have no unfinished business? Yeah. I think we're good.
I see. Yes, that is a lovely promise.
That's exactly how Christmas should be.
Very well then.
Hold on tight, Master. We're going to break out of the underworld at Mach speed.
But before we do that, I have a message for the Underworld as well.
I don't know what I was thinking. I've been here all this time and still haven't said the most important words of the season. One could hand out all the presents in the world and they would still be wasted without these words. Merry Christmas! Would you mind saying them with me? I don't think I'm quite up to it on my own.
Ho ho ho! Are you ready, Master?
What is the most important message to spread at this time of year? What else? Merry Christmas! Wait, we get an actual CG man or illustration for her? Damn. I said this before, but I do, between her and Ishtar, I want ERESHKIGAL the most. But I think she doesn't have a banner for quite a while. One. Okay.
冥界下り、見事だった。
Thanks.
私もプレゼントを届けられて嬉しい。だが、クリスマスはここからが本番だぞ。我がふわふわのマスター。ゼルコともどもよろしく頼む。
よろしく。
と思うサンタなのじゃった。
Yeah. And yeah, like BB, I'm not gonna buy from the Rare Prism shop. I'll just wait for them to pop up in an evocation shop. It was Christmas the Lotto event. Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense why okay. Because you're meant to get all the other rewards from the... Okay. That was good, though. It's honestly a cool tie-in, because I was like, how are they gonna make it to where this ties into Solomon and her showing up there, but we're, as I said, in 2019, or I guess, yeah. But yeah, so it's just, we went back in time, or she came for, I guess technically came forward in time, and yeah, okay. So it's timey-wimey stuff. But no, that was actually really good, surprisingly. Short. It was short. It was like, what, almost 3 hours each session, about 6 hours. It was short and sweet, like, closure to her tale. Also tomorrow, actually it'd be better to go through news. The 29 million download campaign begins. I'm trying to decide if I want to pull for Melusine or not when that banner comes up. I think I should probably just hold, because another Merlin banner comes up at New Year's, so I might hold off and just try and go for Merlin, since I failed to get him during the back to school promotion. Or just hold until early January when Ushigozen is available. Because I want Ushi as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I can withhold myself from making an impulse poll while Melusine is up. Well, really hinges on that. But I guess with that, though, my break from the main story is gonna start. Because I wanted to take a break for at least a couple weeks. Because I want to do the event. Start watching through the events from the first year or two. FGO and always has surprise banners near Thanksgiving too. Hopefully no one I wants. Hopefully there's no one I want really badly. We'll see. There's probably going to be though. There's probably going to be at least one. Good drops late November. Right. Okay, prior. Okay. Maybe I should watch the previous Guda events. And then in preparation, so I know like the story of the Guda stuff, if there even is really story. I assume there kind of is. We can do that. That could work. Yeah, so maybe. Yeah, maybe we go ahead and watch. I'll watch through the how many Gudas are there? You said this is what, Guda 5? Probably be the best way to go about it. Let's see. It just says in late November. I don't know if there's an exact date. Oh, there's one every year? So there's what? Okay, so there's 9? Oh, I guess technically we're behind, so I guess there's 7 ahead of this one that I need to watch. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. I'll probably have to. Okay, well, we'll see. I'll figure it out. But I'd probably just be lost if I tried to play this one without at least getting an idea of what happened in the previous ones. Sure. Yeah, I'll probably do that. As for starting part, or the like Lost Spell, you know, Act 2 stuff, I'll say early December. is the tentative plan. Hopefully. It depends on how many events I want to watch after Guda Guda. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I gotta watch Lost Room too. But yeah, I think I'll probably try and stream the reactions to the event stuff, but I'll see. Unless the people who uploaded the events to their channels that I'll be using to watch the events, like, claims... Nah, it should be fine. Yeah, no, we should be able to stream it. Even if you do, yeah, I could do that. You could start it on the day. But no, okay, now you have me thinking about it. No, I won't do that. I'll probably just catch up on Guda Guda, a couple other events, and then like the earliest events, and then just get into it. Because I don't want to go, you know, 2 months, almost 2 whole months without any main story stuff. That'd be a bit much. So probably just early, maybe mid-December. And of course there'll be Guda Guda stuff, you know, later this month. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it. I think it's watching, and yeah, I'll probably do a tier list video where I give my thoughts on everything we've done so far, and like rank all the singularities and pseudo-singularities and main interludes. That should be interesting. Definitely not gonna have some hot takes. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.